How's that? That's better. There we go. Good day. It is Wednesday, May 6th, 2026. And thank you for waking up and being here. And for those who don't have to wake up for early Mass, who get it in the afternoon, hello, Europe and parts east. Let's be thankful today. We're thankful for the end of the moon cycle. We're on the 5th day after the moon cycle, so those critters will be calming down for a bit, but we have to keep after them. I watched a very interesting reel about a gentleman putting together, like I had put together, the connection between parasites and demons. Very interesting, but for another day. Let's get started with Good Day Rising prayers. In nomine Dei, matronam nostra, et Deum Iesum Christum, et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Let us place ourselves in the presence of the most holy Trinitarian Theophany, and in Catholic contemplation humbly venerate the most holy Trinity. Most holy and venerable Trinity, one divine family, I believe that thou art here present. I venerate thee with the deepest humility. I render to thee with my whole heart the homage which is due to thee. O most holy divine family, relying on thine infinite goodness and promises, I hope to obtain pardon of my sins, the help of thy grace, and life everlasting, through the merits of Deum Iesum Christum et Deum Matronam Nostrae. O most holy divine family, I love thee above all things with my whole heart and soul, because thou art all good and worthy of all love. I love my neighbor as myself for love of thee, and I forgive all who have injured me and ask pardon of all whom I have injured. Let us thank the most holy divine family for the many graces that we receive, and offer ourselves and our sufferings up to heaven, and for the souls in purgatory. O most holy Trinity, I most humbly thank thee for all the favors thou hast bestowed upon me to the present moment. It is again thanks to thy bounty that I should live to see this day, and I desire to employ it solely in thy service. I consecrate to thee all my thoughts, words, actions, and sufferings of this day. Sanctify them, that there may be none that is not animated by thy love, or that would not tend to thy greater glory. Let us make a firm resolution to avoid evil and to do good, and let us beg of the most holy divine family the graces which are necessary to us. O my God, thou knowest my weakness, and that I am unable to do anything good without the help of thy grace. Deny me not thy grace, proportionate to my necessities. Give me strength to avoid everything which thou forbiddest, to practice the good which thou hast commanded, and enable me patiently to bear all the trials which it may please thee to send me. O Dea Matronam Nostrae, O Holy Mother of God, I place myself under thy protection. I throw myself with confidence into the arms of thy compassion. Be to me, O Mother of Mercy, my refuge in distress, my consolation in suffering, now and at the hour of my death. O most holy divine family, as envisioned by St. Lucia as the most holy Trinitarian Theophany, Dea Matronam Nostrae, et Deum Iesum Christum, et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. I am heartily sorry for having offended thee, and I detest all my sins, because I dread the loss of heaven and the pains of hell. But most of all, because they offend thee, O most holy divine family, who are all good and deserving of all my love. I firmly resolve, with the help of thy grace, to confess my sins, to do penance, and to amend my life. In nomine Dei, matronam nostra, Deum Iesum Christum, et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. I thank you, William, for your donation and your prayers. I appreciate that. Deum vobiscum, et quoque apud te. Oremus. Fidelium Deum Iesum Christum, omnium condidor et redemptor, animabus famalorum famromcitorum, remissionum cunctorum, proibue peccatorum, ut indulgentiam quam semper obteverunt, pii supplicationibus consequentor. Qui tigum vivet reinant in una divina familia, qui erat est et edit in aeternum. Suscipe Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum hoc immaculatum hostium, quam ego in ninius famulos tuus offedit ibi Deo meum vivum et verum, pro innumerabilibus peccatis et offensionibus et negligencies meis, et pro omnibus circumstantibus, sed et pro omnibus federibus, catholicorum vivis atque defunctis ut mihi et idis proficiat salute. Deum qui cum nae substante et dignitate mirabilito condidisi et mirabilis reformaste, da nobis pedivis atque tu in mysterium, eis divinitatis esse consortes, qui humanitatis nostrae, fiat dignatis est partecepste in Iesum Christum Filium, qui ticum vivit et reinat in unitate Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Offerimus tibi Deum calicem salutaris tuam depecantis clementiam mutuc aspectu divina maestatis tuae, pro nostra totius mundus salute, cum odore suavitatis ascendat. In spiritum meditatis et in animo contrito suscipiam rota Deum Iesum Christum, et sec fiat sacrificium nostrum ex spiritu hodie, ut placeat tibi Deum Matronam nostra et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Veni sanctificator Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, et sanctificite blata prosequendo, et acapere hoc sacrificium tua sanctum nomini praeparatum. Suscipe Sancta Trinitas concobrationem cum tibi efferimus amorem passiones, resurrectiones et discensiones Deum Iesum Christum, et in honorem Dei Matronam nostra et Papa Peter Sanctorum, et Istorum et omnium Sanctorum, ut idis proficiat ad honorem nobis autem ad salutem, et idi pro nobis intercedere de mentorum caelis, coram amorem agimus in tedis, per innum Christum Deum nostrum. Orate ut meum equestrum sacrificium acceptabile fiat per Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Suscipiat Deum Iesum Christum sacrificium de manibus tuis, et laudam et gloriam nominis sui, ad utilitatem quoque nostram totiusque ecclesiae suae sanctae. Deum vobiscum, quoque apud te. Sursum corda habemus ad Deum. Gratias agamus Deum nostrum, dignum et justum est. Dei et clementissimi Mater et Pater et Deum Matronam nostra et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, et Deum Iesum Christum Filium Tuum Deum nostra, supplices rogamus et petimus. Ut accepta habeas et sanctificas. Haec sanctam sacrificiam irribata, in primis quae tibi efferimus pro ecclesiam tuum sanctum catholicam, quam pacificare custodire honore et regere digneris tot orbiterarum atque catholicae. Memento Deum famalorum famromcitorum. Pray for the sick and the suffering. We especially pray for Paul, Shelley, Therese, Cody, Ben, Jenny, Katie, Kathy, Marie Josephine, Moss, Marilyn, Mark Jr., Letitia, Mindy, Todd, Clarette, Dennis, the Stevenson family, the Williams, Tafour, and Vegan families, Barbara Santa Croce, James, Robert, Benedict Santa Croce, Gregory, Adam, Malachi, and Patrick Santa Croce, Michaela McLarnon and family, the Kendrick, Shorten, Nolan, Dasco, Kane, Nye, Wolf, Camerano, and Pohalski families, and all their good intentions. We pray for an end to all governmental allowance or sanctioning of abortion, transgenderism, transhumanism, child trafficking, child abuse of any kind, anywhere, place, or time. We pray against all organ harvesting, that it may stop. And we pray for the establishment of a Catholic monarchy with a sound Catholic system of labor, human value, and a medium of exchange that is fair, without usury, and without negotiable instruments, We pray for courageous men to step forward as leaders of this Catholic society. We pray for wisdom on how to grow foods, how to raise animals with natural foods and products. We pray to make known publicly who murdered St. Lucia. We ask and pray for the gift of discernment and for an increase in the knowledge and practice of the Catholic virtues. We ask that all quote-unquote gay marriage, all pornography, and the OnlyFans platform be stopped. And we ask for a return to godly femininity and godly masculinity for men. We ask that women cease working for Freemasons and corporations, and that men and women come to understand that raising traditional Catholic families is a very high ideal and a necessity for sustaining a Catholic world filled with peace. We ask for the conversion of all sinners trapped in a state of mortal sin, especially the ignorant. We ask that Catholic families bring back Catholic morals and values, that men stop feeding their money, energy, attention, and time to sports and worldly entertainment and vices, and to focus their attention and time to raising Catholic families for the Most Holy Trinity, to save and free the souls of Catholics from the heresies of the Jews. Please remove all forms of Freemasonry, all forms of Judaism, Islamism, Hinduism, atheism, and their tentacles that are throughout the world, and guide the members into the submission of the Most Holy Trinitarian Theophany through correct baptism and confession. We ask you to destroy the satanic document of Vatican law that is the Jewish Talmud, that you destroy Rome and the Vatican and recognize the authority, that we recognize the authority of the Catholic Church to be in Portugal, according to Our Lady of Fatima. Please nullify any attempts to establish anti-Semitism propaganda into any rules, codes, laws, statutes, or policies. And may people be committed to their health and that they do parasite cleanses in consistency and perseverance. We ask the Most Holy Trinity that all Catholics be given the grace to be accountable, so that we may each have a holy hatred for sensuality, as St. Catherine of Siena encouraged, a repentant shame for the offenses we have committed and continue to commit against thee, and a deep love of thee and of souls, so much that we desire nothing more than to be of service to thee in every moment of our lives. And we ask for remedy and a time of peace, so that everybody can recharge and continue their path towards the Most Holy Trinity. All this we ask in accordance with the Most Holy Divine Family's goodwill and intention. Et omnium circumstantium quorum tibi fides cognita est et nota devotio, pro quibus tibi efferimus, vel qui tibi offerunt hoc sacrificum laudis, pro se suisque omnibus, pro redemptione animarum suarum prospe sedutis et calamitatis suae, tibi que vedunt vota sua aeterno Deum vivo et vero. Communicantes et memoriam venerantes in primis gloriosae semper Deum Materam nostrae, et Deum Iesum Christum, et beatorum martyrium tuorum Papa Sancti Petri, et Sancti Luci, et Sancti Jacinta, et Sancti Francisco, et Sancti Diego, et omnium sanctorum tuorum quorum editis precibusque concedas, ut in omnibus protectiones tuae muniam exidio periendum Christum Deum nostrum, quam oblatione de Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum in omnibus, consecratum ac et tabellum quae feceri dineris ut nobis corpum, et sanguim fiat dictissimi fideium tuum Deum Iesum Christum. Qui pridie, quam patriator recepit panem in sancta sacramentablis manus suas, et derivatis oculis in caelum ad Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum sum omnipotentem tibi gratias agens. Consecravit, fregit dique lumnis sudigens accipit et mantocati ex hoc omnes. Hoc est enim corpus meum. Simili modo postquam ceremonias tecipiens et hunc preclarum calicem in sancta sacrabilis manus suas, item tibi gratias agens dem Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Consecrave dedique lumnis sui dicens, accipite et bibite ex eo omnes. Hic est enim calix sanguinis mei, mysterium fidei, quae pro nobis et pro multis effundetur in remissionem peccatorum. Haec est cum facietis mea mona facietis. Unde et memores Deum nostro virtui, sed a plebs tua sancto Iustum Christum filium tuum Deum nostrae, tambe et a passionis nec non et ab infedis resurrectionis, sed et in caelos gloriosae scensionis affedimus, preclarae maiestati tui di tuis donis actatis, supra quae propitio accedeno uteris piceri digneris. Supplice estergamus Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, ibi hic preferibel manus tuum ut quod, ex hoc apparis participationis sacrosanctum Deum filium tuum, corpus et sanguinem sincerimus, omni sanctificatione celeste gratia Dei per amor per in Christum Deum nostrae. We pray for those who have died. We especially pray for Ambrosine Ursula Mangar, for whom this Mass is being offered. Ipsis Deum et omnibum in Christum quiscentibum locum refegere educis et pacis ut indulge est precamur, pedi in Christum Deum nostrum. Per cum hic omnia Deum Iesum Christum semper bona creas, sanctificas, vivibicas, consecratis et praestas nobis. Per ipsum et cum ipso et in ipso, est ibi Deum Matrum omnipotentium in unitate Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, omnis honor et gloria. Ave Dea, Matronum nostrae, gratia plena Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum tecum, sancta tua in mulier, Dea Matronum nostrae, Materam Deum Iesum Christum, misericordia nobis peccatoribus nunc et in hora mortis nostrae. Libera nos, quae sumus Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, ab omnibus malis, praeteritis, praesentibus et futuris et intercedente, beata gloriosa semper Deum Matronum nostrae, cum Papa Petrum Sanctorum et omnibus sanctis, da propitius pacem in diebus nostris, ut ope misericordiae tuae aduiti et peccato, simus semper liberi et ab omni perturbatione securi. Per diem Deum nostrum Iesum Christum filium tuum Deum nostrum, qui tecum vivit et reinat in unitate Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, per aeternam. Pax Deum Iesum Christum sit semper vobiscum et quoque apotei. Haec mixtio consecratio corporis et sanguinis Deum Iesum Christum fiat excipientibus nobis in ad salutem aeternam. In pax tecum et quoque apotei. Deum Iesum Christum, qui ex voluntate Deum Matronam nostrae, quoperante Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum per mortem tuam mundum vivificasti, libera me per hoc sacrosanctum corpus et sanguinum tuum ab omnibus iniquitatibus meis et universis malis, et facme tui semper inharare mandatis, et nunc cum separare permittas, qui cum eo dem Deum Matronam nostrae Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum vivis et reinam aeternam. Percepto copris tui Deum Iesum Christum, quod ego in inius sum repressum non mihi proveniat in judicium condemnationem. Servo tu pietate prosit mihi aututamente se copris et adum edela, percipiendam. Qui vivi serenas cum Deum maternam nostra, in unitate Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. In panem calestum accipiem et nomen Deum Iesum Christum invocabo. Deam maternam nostram non sunt inius, ut in te et meas in tante de guabra sambaranima mea. Deum Iesum Christum non sunt inius, ut in te et meas in tante de guabra sambaranima mea. Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum non sunt inius, ut in te et meas in tante de guabra sambaranima mea. Corpus Deum nostrum Iesum Christum custodiet anima meam. Quibur turbum Deum Iesum Christum pro omnibus quaere tubuit mihi, calicem salutaris accipiem in nomen Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum invocabo, laudans invocabo Deum maternam nostra et ab inimicis mei salvosero. Sanguis Deum nostrum Iesum Christum custodiet anima meam. Corpus Deum nostrum Iesum Christum custodiet animam tuum. Corpus Deum nostrum Iesum Christum custodiet animam tuum. Quodore subsumus Deum Iesum Christum plenamente capiam et timore et capere fiat nobis remedium sempiternum. Corpus tuum Deum Iesum Christum. Quod sum sit sanguis quam putavi heriat visceribus meis apraesta, ut in me non remaniat scela la macula quem pierat sancta reficerunt sacramenta. Deum vobiscum, quoque apote, oremus. Animabus quae sumus Deum Iesum Christum, famulorum, famulorum Catuorum, oratio proficiat supplicantium, ut eis et peccatis omnibus exoas et tuae redemptionis facies esse partecepes. Qui ticum videt reinat in una divina familia, qui erat est et edit in aeternum. Deum vobiscum, quoque pote, ite mises, Deum gratia. Placia tibi sancta Trinitam obsequium subjuditis mea, et praesta ut sacrificum, coroculis tua maestatis in nos obturitibus et captabremique et omnibus, proquibus idudo toliciti miserante propitiavit pecus Deum nostrum. Sanctificat vos omnipotens Deum, Deum matronam nostrae, et Deum Iesum Christum, et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Gracias. O most holy Trinity, I believe, I venerate, I hope, and I love thee. I beg of thee pardon for those who do not believe, do not venerate, do not hope, and do not love thee. Most holy Trinitarian Theophany, Deum matronam nostrae, et Deum Iesum Christum, et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. I venerate thee profoundly, and I offer to thee the most precious body, blood, soul, and divinity of Deum Iesum Christum, present here in reparation for the outrages, sacrileges, and indifference by which he himself is offended, and through the infinite merits of his most sacred heart and the immaculate heart of Deum matronam nostrae, I beg of thee the conversion of poor sinners. In nomine Deum matronam nostrae, et Deum Iesum Christum, et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Gracias. Thank you for being here and for your rosary prayers and your regular prayers. If anybody would like to know how to get the what's the word I'm looking for? The things to take to do a parasite cleanse without a prescription, let me know. A lot of them are natural. There's a couple that you probably have to get somewhere special. If you're interested, and I highly encourage anybody to do this because they have such an influence on our life, and if you think you don't have them, you would be surprised, okay? It's very interesting how they get into you from the beginning, and in smaller amounts from foods and swimming in places like that and doing things like that. All right. Again, prayer so that you get the wisdom to understand. Take your time and contemplate. Spend time alone with the Most Holy Trinity, calming the mind down as much as you can. All right. And if you stay in that state, okay, you'll get the wisdom, the insights on where to go, how to act, etc. This is the Catholic way. Please go and sanctify all those who you meet. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day.